Isn't it just today that I said, like, I changed the title of my blog, and I go around and, oh good, you know what? Now I can't see what I look like. So I'm just gonna talk. So today I'm sick in bed, with about 25 pieces of art critique. All the time in the world to do it. And, of course I want to do them. But, what, why don't I? I could say, yeah, I'm distracted. Definitely distracted. Two Westerns play definitely eats up a lot of my time, and it does make me feel good, but, all temporary. And then on the other hand, I have art, which is a very, well, it's compatible. When I was searching for what I wanted to do, well, it was coincidental, but even now, today, I still think the job of art critic is one that really does suit me very well. However, why can't I critique art? I don't believe in the idea of a muse. In fact, it's one that scares me, honestly. To have one's ability to act controlled by something they cannot perceive. They can only discover. That's very scary to me. Especially considering I'm on a sort of schedule with this art. At least I like to think I am. I've always thought I worked better on deadlines. And I do. But, these being informal deadlines, there's never actually been there's never actually been a single complaint from anyone that I'm not getting my critiques done. I leave them alone for 3 months. No problem. I leave them alone for a year. No problem. Just... I gotta... Well... What is this? What is this I'm feeling? It's one of well, a bit scary as well. My dissatisfaction at their lack of misfortune. That's not very characteristic of me at all. But oh goodness. I'm still worried about what I look like. All right then. Let's just speak. It goes to sleep, and I don't even care. So, quite recently, I'd been thinking about exactly what my situation is. With art, with life, with college. Because college is very, very easy. My requirements for even existing at this point are to do work. Not even studying. I get good grades on tests anyway. Because they're all things I'm interested in. But even that itself was a scary prospect, because it's like, if I'm interested in something, I'd remember it more, but my memory is, as I use it, it should be impartial. What's stored should remain. I created that system specifically for this. But, frustrates me to no end. So now what I gotta do is I have to go try yet again to delete this instinct that's like, oh, goodness sakes. Instinct is more like the Earth's crust. It's there. Not like you can penetrate it. And every time I try, I can't, this is bugging me. Why is the sleep screen bugging me? It's like this isn't recording at all, but I know it is. See? 3:48. 3 minutes 48. 3 minutes 52 seconds. There. Now, brightness down. I can no longer see what's on the screen. Don't worry about it. Let's try this a different way. I can't see what's on the screen. So, what is this? Is this my little attempt to justify my leaving the art alone? No, it's more my attempt to rationalize exactly what was going on in my mind, or what wasn't going on in my mind. I'm singular. I should have this down. I should have this fucking down. And yet I don't. Which was really irritating, because this is the kind of thing that I work hard for, and only to see results. And in the end, there are still things I have to work for. But it doesn't... Seriously, was I about to cry? Seriously. It's something that doesn't even exist if I hadn't created it. If I was going to cry for anyone, I would cry for myself. Or rather, I'd be angry at myself. there's an emotion I don't often come by. How long has it been since I was genuinely angry? I think it's been forever. I honestly can't remember the last time I was genuinely angry at someone. I mean, besides high school, but that doesn't count. I mean, really. There's so much going on that when I'm clear, as I am right now, I don't think I've ever been angry at someone. I would like to clear something up. Perhaps all that's going on in my mind is just muddled as such because I need to find something clear, something pure to drive it out. So I'm going to try to get mad. Don't touch it. Okay, so what's wrong with my life? Besides what I've already discussed. Matthew. You know what just really pisses it. You know what pisses me off? My brothers. From childhood, I have tried to be a good role model for them. I've tried to be the person they look up to. An outstanding Christian model. A gentleman. Someone anyone could look up to given the proper circumstances. But, no. No, they don't. No. Matthew, I believe, has no personality besides sports. I go to him. I ask him questions. I'm not leaving this up to vague perceptions. I've questioned them both. We're brothers. I perceive a tangible attraction. There's a brotherly bond there that I've been using to gain information. But apparently to them it doesn't exist. It's not that all unconditional love is something that they wouldn't know about. I mean, they have my parents, the most loving people in the world. But the problem is that Christopher Matthew... Why am I rubbing my face? The problem is that Christopher Matthew don't seem to understand exactly how much I care about them. When I offer to solve their problems, when I offer to, help them with their homework, all that I get is some vague confusion. And every other time when I offer to play their video games, even if it's the video game that made them how they are, Modern Warfare, the video game that exposed them to death, reduced their opinion of it to near zero. And then begin to wonder exactly when did this bond break? The answer, of course, is, every time before this. You know what? Just about a couple of years ago, I didn't even know much about them at all. I mean, I cared about them, I guess, but I didn't take an interest in them. They were just there. It was honestly surreal seeing these two other people inhabit my house. I mean, that was the time when I would just live. I played video games, I went to school, I got back, I cried myself to sleep. I wrote about things, I wrote notes, I survived. That is a state of absolute survival. Only what one needs. Entertainment, food, water, shelter. That's all. But at this time of survival, I wasn't very outreaching towards people. And even before that, I suppose it would be a state of what one would call slight survival. But, now that I actually have myself in order, I try to, be a big brother. Do the things I've always wanted to do. And of course, to them, it's always too late. No second chances, even though this is a Christian household, one of forgiveness and repentance. I am big on forgiveness. Anything. And of course, they follow the Christian doctrines, don't they? And I've explained this to them. That's what they should do. Forgive anyone, as long as they're genuinely sorry. But as sorry as I am for what I've done, they don't seem to think it's enough. Or does anyone else. That's another problem. But you know what? This is sad. This isn't angry. I'm not angry. Because I've justified it. I've justified that they can't be blamed for what they're doing because it was my fault. That's something to be said at, not angry. What the hell am I supposed to be angry at? I'm angry at my parents. Quite recently, one of my friends was feeling very sick. On Facebook, she just messages me, and she goes around, and she asks me, she's all alone in her home. She doesn't have any parents to look after her, so she messages me, her friend, and asks her, how do I get better from a fever? And of course, I rack my mind, thinking of everything I could do to make her better. And she asks, I don't know what touching, but she asked me to be there. She lives in another state. Oh, deja vu. Why not? But the point is that of course she's my friend. I'd do anything for my friends. Now, what keeps me from taking my car and driving it with all the credit card money and all the gas money I can think of? I mean, the only thing separating us is distance, and I can conquer that very easily. That's what I've spent the last few years working on, getting money, making other things possible for me, augmenting what physical abilities I lack through sheer, well, not manpower. Oh goodness, money power. I can't. I've been rather literate today, but this is really throwing me off. I'm not going to touch it, even if it's under 15 minutes. But I still have to check because it could be over. Oh god, the password. I can't see the keys. 10:55. Okay. You know what? I'm going to split this in half. Split this in half and see if it works. Oh wow, I have a lot of hair.